We're back pregame at Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It's the Jack Jones Hoop Fest. The Lobos have the USF Don, San Francisco. Coach Pitino is with us. Richard Pitino, the Lobo head coach. Great to be with you, Coach. And wow, really quick turnaround. Obviously, tremendous to get this game scheduled, but just one day of prep. Makes it difficult?
Yeah, the one-day prep, the travel, the late game. I mean, there's some elements that as a head coach you don't love, but you probably overthink it because they're young kids and they probably aren't even thinking of that. They're probably thinking about what they want to eat this afternoon. So guys are good. I mean, I think it's good to be able to get in the gym, get some shots up, a different backdrop environment. We're fortunate that our administration worked with us on making this happen because we're having a really good year and we want to have good opportunities. So it's great to be able to play this game.
Very good opponent, top 100 in the net opponent in San Francisco. A couple of 7-footers, and they shoot a ton of threes. What stands out on tape?
6 in the country in three-point attempts. So we've got to do a much better job. We were better in the second half for sure last game, but we got to do a great job of getting to these shooters, making them uncomfortable on the perimeter. So very, very important because they're going to get them up. You know, they average 9 makes per game, 6 again in the country. So they're clearly putting an emphasis on shooting a lot of threes.
They shoot the 3. Your last opponent, UTSA, shot the 3. You didn't defend it well in the first half, did better in the second half. What changed?
Took away the attempt. They only shot 8 the second half. We were just way more aggressive on the ball. We were quicker. I think we had a better understanding after seeing it of what they tried to do and what they want to do. So it's not a bad game to play right after UTSA because there's a lot of similarities to the offensive game plan. That San Francisco is much bigger, obviously, but we just got to be quick to that ball and make them make twos.
We're pregame. Coach Pitino joins us. USF and the Lobos coming up in the Jack Jones Hoop Fest in Las Vegas. You have been getting to the free throw a ton, the Lobos have. Is it even more than you would expect? Is this sustainable? How are you guys doing it?
I think we're number 1 in the country, so I don't know if I'd ever expected to be number 1 in the country in anything. But we've been very offensively mature. I think we're understanding when you got a 5-man who's shooting 64% from the field, you got to get them the ball down low. Mash and House's percentages have been much better because they're taking better shots. They're trusting everybody on the court. They're reading it better. So it's been good. I mean, we've had some really, really good moments. Now we have a terrific opportunity right in front of us.
How will USF guard you?
Mostly man-to-man. I mean, it's not totally non-traditional. They have a 1-3-1 that we haven't seen much of. I think we saw early in the year. But their base is man-to-man. They've got good size. I mean, they're big. They're aggressive. They're physical. They've got multiple returners back from an NCAA tournament team. So very, very good challenge for us. I mean, we need this. I wish it was a little later in the week, but, venue and finals week, there was a lot of elements, so it's just fortunate to be playing the game.
You mentioned you might see some zone tonight. You saw a ton of 2-3 zone in the first half against UTSA. How did your team handle it?
Great. Got them out of it. That was their base, and we did a really good job of attacking it. So I don't think we'll see as much this game. We anticipated more of it last game, but they've also had some time off that we have not. So maybe they see something on film that they want to try to expose.
We're pregame in Vegas. The Lobos in San Francisco coming up. One of the other things, like you guys, this is a high-tempo team. A lot of possessions. Could this turn into a track meet?
They like to run. They're very offensively gifted. They have no problem with playing with pace. So, we'll see. I mean, I think the better our defense is, the lower the possession games are. So one of the reasons why we play such a high possession game, we want to play fast, but we got to make them play slower, and that'll take away some of it. So they want to run. I mean, they're offensively very, very good, so we got to be ready to go defensively, whether it's in transition, whether it's pushing it on makes. We got to be locked in.
Finally, regarding defending them, how do they get their threes? Obviously, they shoot a ton of them. They make a ton of them. What do they do in the half court?
Well, they'll play a lot of 5-out, and they'll even have 5 guys on the court that can shoot at all times. So they put you in a bind. You got to make a decision. Do you switch? Do you not switch? But we watched a little bit of film earlier, and not a lot was coming from the 2-point line. So it's more of a modern-day basketball offensively. We're trying to shoot a lot of threes. But I think our guys will be ready. It's what I've tried to explain to them is your tank is not empty. I know we just played. I know we had a delay last night. I know we're in a different environment. Your tank is full. Mentally be ready. We'll have a day off tomorrow. Find everything possible. These neutral site games can be challenging because you don't get the environment. Even on the road, like St. Mary's is a great crowd. SMU is a good crowd. Neutral site games at 8:30 are not normally well attended, but it's still very, very important.
Flight delay? What flight delay? They're 18 to 22-year-olds. No, one more question. Obviously, this is a different venue and a different scenario for your team and a big game for the Lobos. But as you have gotten to this point, unbeaten, one of 7 remaining unbeatens in the country, is that something that you feel like that they're even noticing or thinking about your team? And do you have to do anything in particular to keep that out of their heads?
Well, of course. I mean, when you're undefeated and people are excited about you and they have social media, and that's the biggest drug of their generation. I mean, it's at their fingertips. So we try very, very hard not to make any game bigger than the other. We're constantly telling them you have an opportunity to increase your value, whether it's individually for your next stop playing professionally, whether it's increase your value on the team, increase the team's value. So I think they understand that every possession, because of the world of advanced analytics, every possession matters, and you can't have an off day because even if you win, your metrics could drop. So more than anything, it's just play one possession at a time. Try not to get too high, try not to get too low. Be appreciative when people say nice things to you, but understand that can all change right away.
Exciting times for Lobo basketball. Hope you can keep it going. Best of luck, Coach.
Thank you.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino, our guest. We're back pregame after this timeout. It's Lobo basketball in Las Vegas against San Francisco on the UNM Sports Radio Network. We're back inside Michelob Ultra Arena at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. The Jack Jones Hoop Fest has come to a dramatic conclusion. The Lobos win the finale. They beat San Francisco 67-64. New Mexico 10 straight wins to start a season for the first time in a decade, remaining one of 7 unbeatens in NCAA Division I. Lobo head basketball coach, second year leading the Lobo program. Richard Pitino is courtside in our Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino post-game show, winning entertainment including simulcast racing, live music, dining, the best games and more. The Albuquerque Downs Racetrack and Casino. Congratulations, Coach Pitino. How did you guys finish this one off in the second half? Chance at the foul line to tie, a shot to lead. It wouldn't go down. The Dons kept you at bay, but somehow you figured out a way to win this one.
We defended and we rebounded. They're good. They're tough. They're physical. They were walling up great at the basket. We needed to find a way to get stops and rebounds. They shoot a lot of threes, as we talked about. Almost half their shots were threes. But we came back and got rebounds and loose balls. Those are ones we weren't getting the first half. Made a big stop at the end. Mash made some huge shots down the stretch. I didn't love just our whole disposition throughout the game. I just thought we were frustrated, and that's probably because of fatigue. We just played, 2 days ago. But we got better as the game went on. That's what I loved about it.
Coach, I congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
I thought that the Dons kind of gave you guys problems with their length, their size inside, and then, of course, their length on the perimeter, and not allowing Mashburn to go downhill. But at the end, in the second half, I thought the Dons got fatigued, and Mashburn was able to go downhill.
Yeah, we played our best basketball probably the last 4 minutes of the game. We were not sharp, we were not crisp, but that's what we try to relish, is being a well-conditioned team. We try to be in great shape, and we try to get better when the game is going on. And towards the end there, when fatigue was a factor, I mean, it's midnight in Albuquerque right now, and I told our guys that we just got to find a way to get a win, man. We just got to get out of here with a win. And 1 or 2 big plays, 1 or 2 big stops, and we're fortunate to be 10-0.
Good teams find ways to win.
No doubt. And I told our team after the game, let's learn from this, because we were cranky, we were frustrated, but we kept playing hard. And if you play hard, it gives you a chance. These were weird circumstances to schedule this game. Grateful for our administration and everybody to pull this all together. Grateful for Ernie Kuiper, old friend of mine who ran this event, was able to put this on, and grateful for San Francisco to be able to do it. So hopefully, who knows, we can add one more. But, man, sitting where we are after about 15, 16 months to be 10-0 is great.
You know, this is the first time really where you've been in a tight game and you haven't gotten the production from your leading scorer, your post, the graduate transfer from Wichita State, Mo Odeze, with just 9 points. Obviously, they're 2 7-footers, their length inside. It was tough to score down there, but you guys figured out a way. How did you pull it off?
Their length bothered us for sure. They put even that 7'2" kid, and they just said, hey, you're going to wall them up. And they're huge. I mean, they're really, really big. They got guys who played on an NCAA tournament team last year. They had a great game plan, and we got a little bit frustrated. And, we had to step up the defense because it was going to be hard to come by some points. And in the second half, we held them to 34%. We held them to 16 attempts from 3, 31%. We got to the foul line better, which was huge as well because we kept them off and got back to our game of us good in the foul line, keeping them off the foul line.
I wanted to ask this because you do have a 7-footer in Sebastian Forsling, but you decided to not match up with him tonight against this team. How did you make those decisions in terms of who to bring off the bench?
I mean, Josiah and Morris are 2 potential all-league players, so, I just felt like with the game the way it was, they're going to compete their butts off. Got to go with them. I mean, they're a huge reason why we're 10-0. So I probably could have gone with them a little bit, but Josiah was out for that good stretch of time, and then I thought he'd be a little bit more fresh. Barima, I thought, was good off the bench as well.
Coach, there were 2 reviewable plays at the end. Critical. And you guys didn't get those calls. How did you keep the team composed to kind of play through that?
I thought we would have gotten them both. And the ref said to us, well, it's not a traditional game with a lot of camera angles. We can't tell.
Yeah, Rob called that, by the way.
Yeah, I didn't think House stepped out. I was looking right at it.
Wasn't close.
The other one I'm not sure of. It was a little bit harder to tell. But, Josiah can't let the kid get around him on a free throw. So it is what it is.
Yeah. But you guys played through it.
We played through it, and, we tried to get them to just calm down. All right, if it's their ball, this is what we got to do. If it's our ball, this is what we got to do.
I feel like I asked this question a lot, but again, a tough stretch. Mash, a quiet first half. I think he was 1 of 5. And then you look, and there he is again. 23. He made all the big shots down the stretch. What does he mean to your team, Coach?
Yeah, I mean, he is what he is every day. He's one of the most consistent kids I've ever been around. And he's so confident because he puts in the work and he believes, which is great. And if he misses a shot, he doesn't get too down on himself. Sometimes he gets a little too confident, But at the end of the day, we ran some stuff for him to get him a shot, and he made some big shots.
I think it'll get lost a little bit in the second half comeback, but the shot that KJ Jenkins hit at the end of the first half, and then you guys scored the first couple of buckets of the second half, I thought that shot was massive.
It was huge. Yeah, we were not playing well, and then he came in and cut it to 7. Mm-hmm. It gave us a little bit of confidence because we were sitting there going, all right, we're not playing well, guys, but we're only down 7, so that was a big shot.
I know he's a very young player, and he's had some recent success, really good success for you. This was a different kind of team defensively on the interior, but Donovan struggled when he got into the paint and to the rim tonight. But a lot of guys did. What will you talk about with him?
Yeah, he was trying to go over 7-footers,
Exactly.
And I'm saying, hey, whatever happened to you getting assists, getting laying assists?
I called it. He did that. He went baseline as a guy. Was it Meeks?
Yeah.
He's like 6'9", 6'10", and he was swimming in the air trying to get up.
Yeah, just pass the ball.
You like the courage, but
yeah, sometimes it's blind courage. Got to be a little bit smarter. So yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a lot to learn from this game. So we'll take tomorrow off and we'll regroup and get ready for Iona.
How good are the teaching tapes when you pull out a win like this?
Great. They're great because you can wake them up. I mean, I jumped them pretty good after the game. I wasn't happy with. I just didn't feel like we were connected all the time. But there's nothing better than teaching when you win and being 10-0.
We get the first question post-game with the next one being against your dad's team. What's it going to be like bringing that team to the pit?
Honestly, it's not, I'm very respectful of media members. Like, he's in the Hall of Fame. What am I going to do if I beat him? I'm going to say I'm a better coach than him. So I don't although I played this game not as a father-son rivalry, I played it because I wanted to bring in revenue and generate fan support, for the Lobo.
And get a W.
And get a win, because I thought Iona would win a lot of games. So, I am always respectful with the media. if I beat him, he's got like 800 wins. So I'm probably not going to win the debate of who's the better coach, and that's all good.
The stakes are ratcheted up, though.
Yeah.
Your team's 10-0.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, at the end of the day, what I'm going to tell these guys is, like, it's not about me. Just like it's not about you as a player, it's not about me. It's about the team. And if we put together a good game plan, we'll have a chance. But Iona's really, really good.
Coach, for all of Lobo Nation, let me say this. Thank you. They haven't had this much fun in quite a while. My partner and I haven't. This is awesome. Congratulations on a huge win, a great start. Just loving it.
Great job, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Keep it up.
Lobo head coach Richard Pitino post-game. We pause. We come back and wrap it up. Lobos win 67-64 over USF on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Inbounded to Williams. Williams comes off the ball screen. Has Udeze on him on the switch. He lost it, got it back. Now he's going to throw it out high
to Meeks.
Meeks back
That's it.
to Roberts.
Yeah, you don't need to
7 to shoot. Roberts kicks it to Meeks. 3 ball straight on. Back rim, no good. Long rebound in the corner. There's Shabazz. He'll pull a 3 ball in the corner. It's no good. Roberts tried to get it off. Cannot. Lobos win. 67-64. 10-0. New Mexico, 10 wins, no losses to start the 2022-2023 season.
All guts and defense right there.
Back for a final time. We're at the Michelob Ultra Arena in Las Vegas. Apologies for our technical issues. They actually pulled the plug on us here in Vegas. Impossible, right? Vegas, the city that never sleeps. How could they pull the plug on? Anyway, we're good. Let's wrap it up. We got to do one more thing. Our defensive player of the game, as always, is presented by Theta Point. Make cybersecurity a team sport. Add Theta Point to your team to increase your defensive posture. Thank you to Theta Point for their support of Lobo basketball here this season. Yeah.
I always like to get that in.
Theta Point sounds so good. You're trying to feel secure defensively. You want somebody back there at the back line to protect the rim. Who's your pick?
I like Mash.
Okay.
I just thought he did a great job with Shabazz in controlling the guard play. I mean, he did it on both ends. I really thought the last 4 minutes, the on-ball defense by Mashburn.
Love it. Jamal Mashburn Jr., first time this season that we've selected him as the Theta Point Defensive Player of the game.
Yeah, well, it was well-deserved. I thought, the whole team collectively did it in the second half defensively, but Mashburn having to draw that assignment against Shabazz, that was a tough one.
Okay, we do have a Theta Point Defensive Play of the game. We'll double dip tonight. We're going to play it for you right now. Who is our Theta Point Defensive Play of the game? They'll get it to the right wing to Roberts. Shot fake by Roberts, and Mashburn right up in his grill. Lobos applaud the defense. Roberts on the take now. Gets past him. And rejection from the weak side by Morris Udeze. Shot clock violation. Are they going to give him 1 second?
They're going to give him 1.
Oh, man. So there we go. That's the Morris Udeze block. So we double dip on the Theta Point Defensive Play or Player of the Game. Now, because he was your player of the game overall, Jamal Mashburn Jr., he was your player of the game.
Yes.
We're going to get a Mashburn highlight in right now. How about Mashburn with the key bucket down the stretch? Udeze hands it off the Mash to the top. Mash at the left elbow. Wants a jump shot. It's good! Mashburn Jr. with 21. Lobos up 65-64. It's their first lead since the midpoint of the first half. All right, that'll do it for us, partner. There's the Mash, the first lead since the midpoint of the first half. Unbelievable.
Oh, it was. They gutted it out. The Lobos, 10-0, baby.
And then Iona coming, 4:30. That's this weekend. It's the 18th. Get your tickets if you don't have them. The Battle of Pitino's. Can you believe it, Hunter?
We are New Mexico.
It's going to be amazing.
New Mexico.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's coming up Sunday.
Yeah, New Mexico. They're 10-0. New Mexico's 10-0.
4:30 tip, 4 o'clock airtime, and be in the pit for Iona. Rick Pitino. New Mexico, Richard Pitino. Okay. We say so long. Thanks to Bob Walpole, our producer and engineer. My broadcast partner, Hunter Green. I'm Rob reporting. That's it. Final score for the final time. New Mexico, 10-0. They beat San Francisco, 67-64. So long. This has been Lobo Basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network.
Whoa.